Is behind the curve again. He probably hasn't noticed that this morning the council leaders in Greater Manchester that he's just quoted, including the mayor and including the Conservative leader of Bolton Council, have said in a press statement that they support a circuit break above Tier 3 restrictions. Keep up, Prime Minister.
He wants to close businesses in areas across the country where the incidence is low, and that's what he wants to do, and he wants to do it now, and yet he voted to do nothing last night, nothing in the areas where the incidence is highest, Mr. Speaker. He says one thing at 5 o'clock about calling for a national lockdown. When it came to a vote in this House of Commons, Mr. Speaker, to impose more stringent measures, he failed even to turn up.
Having read and considered the sage advice, I have genuinely concluded that a circuit break is in the national interest. Genuinely concluded. The government's plan simply isn't working. Another course is needed. That's why I'm calling for a 2 to 3 week circuit break in England, in line with SAGE's recommendation. A temporary set of clear and effective restrictions designed to get the R rate down and reverse the trend of infections and hospital admissions. This would not mean schools closing. But if it happens imminently, it can be timed to run across half-term to minimise disruption. But a circuit break would require significant sacrifices across the country. It would mean only essential work and travel, that everyone who can work from home should do so. Non-essential offices should be closed. Household mixing should be restricted to one household, except for those who formed support bubbles. And all pubs, bars and restaurants would be closed for 2 to 3 weeks, but compensated so that no business loses out because of the sacrifices we all have to make. It should also mean that the UK Parliament moves to remote working. A circuit break would also provide an opportunity to reset and to rectify some of the mistakes that the government has made. I also want to say this directly to the Prime Minister. You know that the scientific evidence backs this approach. You know that the restrictions you introduced won't be enough. You know that a circuit break is needed now to get this virus under control. You can't keep delaying this and come back to the House of Commons every few weeks with another plan that won't work. So act now, break the cycle. If you do, you will have the votes in the House of Commons. I can assure you